It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we'll get to see the Eagles' superstar wide receiver. And big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Eagles and the Aftershocks on Monday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between our visitors and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Aftershocks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there. 68 yards.
But today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Aftershocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season, but that first-round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2, you get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Now the ball comes loose, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. 29 yards.
And the Aftershocks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
Well, we know they've clinched.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stats going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bass. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bass. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. They'll look to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 20. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On second down, it's Bass. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Bass. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now back to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And on now is the punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st down, it's Bass, and they'll get him down here at about the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. Bass, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
On second down now, it's Bass. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
The 22-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Dances by at the 20. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run the option left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 3 yards out, and the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
2nd and 3. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's going to look deep down the field.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
The Eagles offense is going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Over the middle, complete. It's Bass. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
Complete to number 86. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little bit about that guy.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Second and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards, the final tally.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Back to throw here. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now, because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
They'll run on 1st down. Bass. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On 1st down, it's Bass looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll set up to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, this jet sweep is so popular now in football, but Charles, here's the downside to turnover.
Yeah, because you want so badly to get the ball in the hands of your receivers, let him try and create something. I think that when he took the handoff, he was thinking something big. Instead, he didn't feel the pressure, and the ball came free.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And as a result, possession switches hands. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 26. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third and a few inches. Back to throw. And he's got his big tight end here.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
He'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And out now come the Eagles.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That's pulled in at the 32.
Oh, good move. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They'll go option to the short side.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
First down, Aftershocks.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Hands it off out of the gun.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for our visitors, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.